Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, and I'm going to do another episode of About Last Nightmare. And this is a series where me and my friend Nick from the Last Shoegazer watch the same movie at the same time and do a two-part review. This has been such a fun series, and I've really enjoyed myself. But without further ado, episode 3 is Asylum of Darkness. Now, before I get started on my part, I would like to take the time to thank Wild Eye for sending me out a copy to review for my channel. I had already had this. I won it from Seth from Celluloid Terror in a contest that he had. So the extra copy that I had, I sent to Nick so we could watch it and review it for our channels. So thank you, Wild Eye. It's very generous of you. So let's get started. This movie it has kind of a weird history. Okay, this movie, from what the IMDb said, came out in 2017. The director is Jay Wolfel. He also directed some Full Moon features, Trancers 6 and Demonicus. He's also the composer for this film, other than the music that kept coming up in the film, which was Dance Macabre. I guess he did the rest of the music for the film. Now, he also did composing for the independent film High 8. He did the segment for The Tape. And he also composed music for The Pact. Now, the sordid history of this, this is actually a release, I guess. Of course it's a release. What I'm trying to get at is this was actually a different film. The original came out in 2012. It was called Season of Darkness. Now, I couldn't find exactly how long Season of Darkness was. I couldn't really find out much about it other than the fact that it had the exact same synopsis of the film and the same stars. So I'm assuming that it was originally made in 2012 or before. So I guess Wild Eye got a hold of the tapes and released it in 2017. For a more comprehensive synopsis of the film, of course that's going to be in part 2 and Nick's part of the review. Good luck, Nick. You're going to need it. This film runs an hour and 57 minutes, or 117 minutes. It has Nick Baldassare, who plays the main character. Now, he was also the main character in Season of Darkness, which was the original film. He plays Dwight Stroud in this. He was also in another film by Jay Wolfel called Beyond Death's Door. So evidently, I don't know if they're friends, but they enjoy working together. Now, this movie has a pretty interesting cast. It has Richard Hatch, who unfortunately passed away in, I believe it was 2017 in February from pancreatic cancer. So, of course, he was Apollo in the original Battlestar Galactica series. But, that's a great loss. I'm very, very sad that we lost him. It also stars Tim Thomerson, who, he's been in millions of things. Some of my favorite films, actually. He's been in Trancers, of course, the entire series. Iron Eagle, which he played the father that was captured behind enemy lines. He played in, of course, Doll Man, and Doll Man versus Demonic Toys, which are really, really fun series. He played in Uncommon Valor, where he was a Vietnam vet who went back to rescue POWs. He was if I'm not mistaken, he was a chopper pilot. And he was also in one of my favorite films of all time, Fade to Black, which was, I believe it was like 3 or 4 years after his career started. But I do like Tim Thomerson. He's a good actor. He tends to play the same type of character in all the movies, but I mean, he's just one of those guys that I never get tired of watching on the screen. Now, this film also has Tiffany Shepis. I didn't really think she played that big of a part in it, but all these people were in the original as well. Or, I keep saying the original. I don't really know. This has a very sordid history, and I can only find out really limited things about it. But the movies that I actually have that she's been in are Victor Crowley, Tales of Halloween, Big, which is, I don't hear anybody ever talk about that, The Violent Kind, Basement Jack, Nightmare Man, which was one of the 8 films to die for, and Abominable, about that's getting released now on MVD, I think, the Blu-ray, but I've had the DVD for quite some time. It's really a fun Bigfoot film. Really surprised me. But this is kind of where I leave it, to where you go to watch The Last Shoegazer to get a plot synopsis and our feelings on the overall film. Once again, good luck, Nick. You're going to need it. But if you like what you see and hear, hit the like button and subscribe. And go and watch part 2 at the Last Shoegazer site. Until next time, peace.